Sorry, Control Freak, I'm an idiot. But I've added you into it. I like you, so in you go. And you're going to be very interesting. So I already have, nice, perfect so far, guys. We have Indigo Thicket and Barbie. These are our first two competitors. I don't think I have
I
Thermite.
don't think we're actually up first.
Oh, no, you're not, actually. I'm going to get rid of you guys.
I thought we were still doing dueling. Sorry.
No. It's actually Alex and Nicholas that have to answer. Let me just make sure that they know. There we go. So let's take a quick look at Lord of Failure on this one, guys. He's running with the rifle, and he's got Rune of the Leadership and Demolisher. He's running your classic Tools Hollow. This is Louis PTM. He's running Zeal, Honor, and Firebrand. He's quite good on his Firebrand. He's been playing, actually, he played Fireweaver yesterday in the 1v1, Sword Focus, with Axe and Shield, I believe. Yeah, and he's running with Traveler and Menders. So he's going to be the support for Lord of Failure. And Lord of Failure, as a Hollow, does have his own support. Let's take a quick look at, ooh, Alex is going for the Staff Thief with Paladine Amulet and Rune of Doliac. Believe it or not, I don't see many Staff Thieves in my tournaments very often. Let's take a quick look at Nicholas over here. He's running Scepter Focus with Sword and Shield. He's got Rune of the Lynx and Menders. He's running over here Valor, Radiance, and Zeal. This is a very, very strong build that I've been seeing in the past couple weeks. Maybe the past 2-3 weeks I've been really seeing it. It's been super, super, super strong. So we're about to start this up, guys. As I mentioned, it is a 2v2 tourney, and I'll post the brackets. I have refreshed the brackets one more time. I ended up missing Chromo and Control Freak, but I did end up to squeeze them in there at the last second. Do I have you in there? Yeah, there you are. And you're probably going against Cowpie and Melissa, which are two free agents. I should have adjusted that a little better. But already here we have the match starting on. Simply Divine is getting really hard focused over here. He's got Wrath put up. Shield of Wrath. He does just in the nick of time get his renewed focus off. And down goes Simply Nicholas already on that one. He's in big trouble over here. Louis PTM and Lord of Failure did a really good job of focusing him down really hard. Alex is the last one left. Let's see how long he can survive over here. If he does make it to the 2-minute timer, maybe he has an opportunity to come back from this, but I'm not too sure. Sorry, guys. I'm just going through a couple whispers that I'm getting right now. Alex doing a really good job of evading over here. This is the Staff Thief at its finest over here. Big Prime Light Beam coming out of Florida Nonsense over here. He's still staffing away, trying to get away. He needs to be able to survive for at least 1 minute to be able to get some damage down on his opponents. But this is what this build is made for. Ooh, big axe pull coming out. He's able to mitigate that. Lord of Nonsense and Louis PTM. Louis PTM is Taisa, just so you guys know. Alex does end up dropping. Sorry, guys, I got a lot of whispers. And this is the first official day of our season, guys, so I'm recording every single match from here on out. So every single match is recorded and put into my Guild Wars 2 website. So we're having, this is our regular season. Our regular season ends at the same time as our actual season. So when the Guild Wars 2 season ends, that's when my season ends. Then we take the top 8 or top 12 of the 2v2, depending on how many teams we have in there. Those guys enter the playoffs, and then we take our top 16 from the 1v1, and they enter into our playoffs as well. So they're going to be competing for a large sum of money in the end of this tournament. So here we go again. Let's see what Nicholas, has he changed anything up? Nope. He's just going to be a little more wary and a little more cautious on this at first engage over here. He got really hard focused, so he's got to be really careful. Sorry if my mic is a little too loud, guys. Let me know if it is too loud. Let me make sure my instant replay is down. Yep, perfect. Alright, guys, here we go into game 2. So far, our first contestants winning really quickly, and it worked out nice. So it's going to be Melissa and Cowpie versus Chromo and Control next. That'll be our next match coming up. I'm going to write that out just preemptively. So here we go. Now we're going to watch Simply Nicholas on this one. He's got Shield of Wrath already put out. Big Prime Light Beam. Good job by Lord of Failure, realizing that he has that block. So he's able to use the Prime Light Beam to go right through the blockable. Big damage coming out on Simply Divine. He's got to be able to sustain this. Taisa's getting a little low. He puts up the Shield of Absorption, and then he's already popped his renewed focus. So this is going to be pretty dangerous for Nicholas. He tries to pour it up, but they're both on top of him, giving him no quarter right on the heel. Now Alex once again is left on his own devices. This is going to be a tall order. The exact same situation that happened to him. And good job by Louis PTM and Lord of Failure, really focusing on their target, making sure that they take him down, getting him to burn through a lot of his cooldowns right away. And down goes Alex on that one. I'll show you the quick replay, guys. So that's Alex and Super Duper. So I'm going to send them their 5 gold. 5 gold each for participating, guys. Our next up is going to be Cowpie and Melissa versus Control Freak and Chromo. I'll show you the brackets if you haven't seen them already, guys. We'll take a quick look at that. So these are our brackets so far. We have 12 teams actually in this tournament, so that's a total of 24 players. I do have a couple of substitutes that are waiting in the wind in case I do need one. I do have a couple free agent teams, and those are the ones that I'm a little more worried about, as they do tend to be a little more flaky than in everything else. But that's Chromo and Louis PTM that end up moving into the next round. Now we have Melissa and Cowpie versus Control Freak and Chromo. I'm not sure why it's not ending this. Oh, that is Mimo, and that is Control Freak. I don't think that... I don't believe that person is there. Rooted. Doom. I'm looking for one substitute. Let's see if I can find a sub, guys. We're going to give Melissa a couple minutes or a minute or two to enter. And if he doesn't get it, I'll go in for the sub for a Cowpie. No, there's Melissa. Perfect. Perfect. So Cowpie, you're up. Where are you, Cowpie? So perfect. They're both here. Just waiting for them to enter. He is there, and he's there available. I'm going to tell him to enter blue team. This is his first time entering into these competitions. And as I mentioned, I usually get anywhere from 1 to 5 brand new guys entering. Let's take a quick look at our area while we wait. He's running over here with the rifle. He's got Rune of Leadership and Demolisher Amulet. Classic Tools Hollow over here. Now let's take a look at Control Freak, running Honor, Seal, and Firebrand. Control Freak is one of the stronger Firebrands that I do know of, so it's going to be interesting. Axe, Shield with Scepter and Focus. Now Cowpie and Melissa have finally entered. These are my free agent team, so I'm really happy to see that the free agents have made it. Hammer with the Rune of the Scholar and Demolisher Amulet. He's running over here Inventions, Alchemy, and Scrapper. Inventions, okay. Strength, Discipline, and Spellbreaker over here, coming from Cow and Pie. He's running the Dagger Shield with Greatsword, your classic Spellbreaker. And he's actually running Scrapper. I'm very interested to see how this works out for them. We're going to be watching Cowpie and Melissa for this match, as they're both brand new, and I'm very interested to see how this works out for them. But Control Freak and Lyria are very, very strong. I didn't have enough time to adjust the bracket. Unfortunately, they got stuck against a very, very strong team. I don't particularly like doing that, but it was very unfortunate. But let's see how well they do. Maybe they'll be able to sustain through this. Melissa doing some heavy damage onto Tillerians. He's got his... He wasn't able to get that big CC. Let me show you the replay really quick if you missed anything on that. That was a really tough match for them. Let me post the brackets for these guys. Once again, guys, thank you so much for joining. I need 11 more followers to get to my follower goals for this month. I got 24 hours to go. So if you guys feel so inclined, hit that follow button. As well, I'm still having those ISP issues, so I'm probably going to DC in about an hour's time. If you do see me DC, just wait about 30 seconds and I'll be right back. And as well, I'm doing a little bit of a gold giveaway at the end of the tourney, just to give my thanks for you guys for being so patient. As well, this is the beginning of my 2v2 tourney. Who is this Nero guy? No, sorry sir, you're not entering. Where is Melissa? We're waiting for Ali to come back in. Here, and I'll show you the website. This is the website for our 2v2 tourney. We called it Code Red Revival because Guild Wars 2 is obviously in Code Red. We're trying to revive it. These are our leaderboards from last year. So you can see here our 2v2 leaders and our 1v1 leaders. We also have a roster over here that keeps track of everybody's stats. So let's take a quick look at let's actually look at Naru, the master of disaster from the other one over here. He actually ended up getting as you can see, his classes, his total games played, his total games won and lost. There's a bunch of information over here, but the match is about to start, so let's jump right back to that, guys. And I'm keeping track, and as I mentioned, I correlate my seasons with the Guild Wars 2 season, so as of today, I record every single match, win and loss, and then I'll put you inside the bracket. You need a minimum of 3 matches or 3 tournaments to be able to enter into the brackets. But I'll keep track of them, and then once we get enough people to enter into the bracket, I'll enter them into the website. Big shockwave coming out from RR Lyria. Ooh, Cowpie, they both go down really quickly. Let me send them both their gold for this one. Thank you so much for participating, guys. I really do appreciate it. That's 5 gold for you. And Melissa Scuff, let me send you your 5 gold. Thank you so much for participating. Our next match coming up is Koto. Let me write that down, actually. It's going to be Koto and Calculator versus BDC and Doom. This is going to be a good match, I'm sure. BDC and Doom. So far, so good, guys. 2v2s are a little more... Sorry, guys. And this 2v2 so far has been really quickly flowing. Everybody understands how these work now. I've been doing them for about 2 months now, and everybody's really starting to understand when they sign up, they usually show up. So I'm really happy with this. We're going into our 3rd match already, and there hasn't been any delays or any flow stoppage. If that's even... I'm new to shoutcasting, guys. Back off. Here we got Axe with Sword. He's running Rune of the Fighter and Demolisher. He's got Wilderness, Beast Mastery, and Nature Magic. Hey, Soro, how are you, buddy? Now let's take a quick look at Erdit. He's running with Radiance, Valor, and Virtues. This is going to be one of our better matches in the first round, that's for sure. Focus Sword with a Great Sword. He's running with Rune of the Lynx and Marauder. Let's take a quick look at Calculator Man over here. He's running Rifle with Rune of Resistance and Demolisher. Classic Tools Hollow that we see over here. And now ABC or BDC over here. Okay, he's running the classic Power Revenant. I don't see these too often. I usually see the Condi Revenants nowadays. Hell yeah. Hey, Blaze Blogger, what's up, buddy? There's no song request right now, Soro. I'm just putting it on this generic music. It's battle music. Big damage coming out onto Lil TT. I actually saw him yesterday. He did a really good job as a ranger. Very impressive performance. And his kite ability is very strong. But you can see already BDC is staying all over him, or SDF is staying all over him. Really getting big damage onto him. They're able to get it down. Let's see if Erupt can do anything. But no, Calculator Man goes in for the huge quick stomp on him. Now they're trying to focus onto Bieros. He does not going to be able to sustain. He's doing actually quite a good job for a Guardian. He ends up going down. Let's take a quick look at that replay, guys. What's up, dude? Not much, man. Not much. We're just in the process of our 2v2 tournament here today. I am having still ISP issues, so I DC about every 30 minutes or every 45 to an hour. I'll DC, so if you do see me DC, guys, don't worry. I will be back. Just click that refresh button in about 30 seconds if you see me DC. And thanks again so much for coming, guys. Oh, and then a side note, I need 11 more followers to get my follower goal. I got 24 hours to go, or 25 hours to go. So if you feel so inclined, click that follow button and you'll be able to know when I go online. If you take a look below my website, my video, you'll be able to see when I do these tournaments. I do them every single day. It's just which day am I doing what. Today is 2v2, tomorrow is 1v1, Thursday is going to be a Fashion Wars, and Friday is going to be 1v1, 2v2 as well. Alright guys, I'm going to game start this. They seem to be very wily. Game start. Here we go, here we go. Get ready for game 2, ladies and gentlemen. This is supposed to be, I was expecting this to be a little tighter, but it went out in a flurry. Little TT's got to be able to kite a little better, and Erupt's got to be able to peel for him a little more. But he does have the Condi Rev, which can port right on top of him whenever he so chooses, so it's going to be pretty dangerous for him. Little TT already going up to the top node. You see ASDF already going right on top of him really, really quickly. Just trying to burst him as fast as he can. Tries to get the Glintly on him. ASDF actually gets stunned by the pet. Really good job by Little TT. Doing a much better job of disengaging from fights and mitigating that damage. He's in a little bit of trouble. Same with Erupt. They're both getting really low. Little TT's on the brink of death. He's able to really use that kite to his fullest potential. Calculator Man is all over him, trying to stay on top of him, gets the Photon Blitz and ends up taking him down. Now Erupt is coming in to try to re-sustain on him, but he's not able to get that pushback. It looks like Erupt is going to go down. He ends up going down on that one. Let's see that replay really quick. So Little TT, I'll send you your 5 gold for participating, sir. Thank you so much for coming. And same with Erupt. Let's send that mail to him. That's Doom. 5 gold for you, sir. Now we're going to be moving on to our next match, guys. Let's take a quick look at that together. Our next match coming up is actually going to be Mystery Men and Laura versus Bionic and Lens. That was Koto and Calculator Man that moved forward. Now our next match is going to be Mystery Men. Let me just write it out for them. Laura did a really good job yesterday in her 1v1 tournament. She actually ended up going into the finals, really annihilating most of the competition. Very, very spectacular job. I believe Bionic and Lens are still here. Yeah, this one's flowing really nice, guys. I'm really happy with this. Let's go back to the action and take a look at their builds. Laura over here is running, oh, very interesting. She's actually going on, ooh, very interesting. Is that Core Necro? Very interesting. Wanderer Amulet with Rune of the Nightmare, switching through her amulets. She's got Scepter. I will take off the build so no one sees what you're running there, Laura. He's now we'll take a look at Pyth Firsty over here. He's running Axe Focus with Sword and Shield. He's got Rune of the Grenth and Sage Amulet, Virtues, Honor, and Firebrand. Let's take a quick look at Cogwheel over here on this side. He's running that Hollowsmith, Regular Tools Hollow, Rifle Resistance, and Demolisher. And T Narab over here running a Scourge. Very interesting. I haven't seen many Scourges since the patch. Actually, they've been nerfed quite a bit, but you need a lot of skill to be able to get a lot of this damage down. He's got Staff over here with Scepter Torch, Divinity and Carrion Amulet, Death Magic, Soul Reaping, and Scourge. This is going to be a good match. I'm very excited to see how these opponents do in this tournament today. Oh, thank you, Chromo, for the transition. Thank you, Chromo. I'm just trying to make it as interesting for you guys. I've added replays, a little bit of transition so we can see the 2v2 bracket. I'm just trying to make it as professional as I can. And as well, I have a suggestion box down at the bottom, guys. I really like the suggestion box. So if there's anything you'd like to see, because every Saturday I do Viewer's Choice, and I'll take a look at the suggestion box, see what's over there. And as well, if there's anything that you think could be improved or something I could change to make it better and more interesting for you, put it in the suggestion box or whisper me or join the Discord. Here's the Discord, guys. I would really appreciate it if you joined it. Oh, that's not it. There we go. That's the Discord. Already, Cogwheel's in a little bit of trouble here. Laura doing a really good job of sustaining. Looks like their focus is on the Cogwheel over here. As he's a Hollow, is very susceptible to Condis. Laura's got to try to keep those up on him. And she's just got to get a good Condi Bomb and a good Fear Chain. I saw Laura play this class before. She did exceptionally well, making it all the way to the finals. Actually, very impressive performance coming from Laura, but same with Cogwheel. Now Cogwheel's in a little bit of trouble. As you can see, those Condis are starting to stack on him. Let's take a look at his cooldowns. He doesn't have any more in any Condi clear, but he does have his Elixir U. And as I mentioned, the Hollows are very susceptible to Condis, so great choice by Blue Team, focusing him first. Little TT is getting very low. Good pull coming out from Pyth, and that's going to be the end of it for the first round. Let's take a quick look at that replay, guys. Very impressive performance coming out from Laura and with Pythie as well. So Mystery Man and Laura doing a really good job. Bionic and Lens are no pushovers in this tournament, guys. They've been in a lot of my tournaments before, and I know they're good, strong opponents, so that only goes to show you how well Pyth and Laura are doing in this one. Here we go into game 2, guys. Sorry guys, I'm just whispering some people. Our next match after this is going to be Nano and Shanks versus Lord of Nonsense and Louis PTM. I'm just going to write it out a little preemptively so I can make this as fast as I can without wasting any time. These 2v2s usually go a little faster because there is more players but less actual fights because it's a 2v2. But we have, like I said, 12 teams in this, so that's 24 players. Hey, thank you, Shigbino. Thank you so much for the follow, bro. 10 more follows than I get to my follow goal for this month. I really do appreciate that, guys. If you guys feel like if you enjoy this type of content, click that follow, click that subscribe, and you'll be able to know when I go online. If you take a look at my highlights videos, you'll see all the tournaments that I do. Monday is 1v1, Tuesday is 2v2, Wednesday is 1v1, Thursday is Fashion Wars, Friday is 2v2, so I do 2v2s a week and 2 1v1s a week, 1 Fashion Wars, Saturday is Viewer's Choice, and Sunday is World v World Raid Time. So I try to make that content as diverse as I can. Eventually I'm going to be adding some PvE content. I want to either do speed runs on dungeons or some sort of raid tournament, but I'm not too sure about that. Those are still in the works. So already here, big shockwave coming out from Cogwheel, trying big pressure onto Laura over here. She's in a little bit of trouble. Pythe has got to be able to peel for them. Good job by Pythe. He's actually gone support for this one over here. Cogwheel's in a little bit of trouble. There's a lot of Condi. Good fear coming up from Laura. She nice dodge back. She is able to get the heal up, and Cogwheel ends up dropping. Can Knight get the revive on this? There's going to be too much pressure put down on the body. Great fear from Laura. Really, really mitigating any sort of heal that's going to come out of him. Knight is in big trouble. Big field shield of absorption coming out. He ends up, he's hanging on by a thread over here. And he ends up dropping. Let's take a quick look at that, guys. I'm going to send these two their 5 gold for entering. I really do appreciate it. So that's 5 gold for you, sir. Whoops. NT Knight, let's send you mail. 5 gold for you, sir. Really good job. Here we go, guys. Let's take a look at our brackets one more time. We've already gone through the first round already. Really good job by Mystery Men and Laura. These are going to be a team to watch going towards the end. Now we have Nano and Shanks versus Lord of Nonsense and Louis PTM. This is going to be a good match over here. I'm very excited to see this one. Oh my god, this is going so well. Thank you so much to all the participants, guys. You guys are fucking awesome, man. So far, we're going into our 6th or 5th match so far, and everybody has entered really quickly. Everybody is flowing really, really nicely. There's no issues, no little stumbles, no little, there's nothing. So we do have a couple of free agent teams to go through, so I'm still a little nervous about those free agent teams. We haven't seen Azure Shar over here. He's running Acrobatics, Trickery, and Deadly Arts. He's got Sword and Dagger with a short bow. He's running Paladine and Rune of Infiltrator. I'm really happy to see this type of build. Let's take a quick look at James Frost. Excuse me, double thief combo. This is going to be interesting. Deadly Arts, Trickery, and Daredevil. Staff Thief. No, sorry, short bow with short bow. He's Condi Thief, Deadshot with the Rune of the Thorns. And now the issue with having a Mike, is that class stacking? Yeah, that is class stacking, actually. You're right. Enemy Whisperer, thank you so much for catching that promo.
I don't know, I had error on ArenaNet.
No problem, man. I'll wait for you to come back. And thanks so much for picking that up, Chromo. I really do appreciate that. And like I said, Nano joins a lot of my tournaments, and he has no quarrels with this. He's switching over to his build right now. While we wait, guys, let's take a quick look over here at Lord of Failure. He's running Rifle with Rune of the Resistance and Demolisher Amulet. He's got Alchemy, Tools, and Hollowsmith. Tysa Louis PTM is who we saw before. He's running Zeal, Honor, and Firebrand. So a very strong build coming out from him. He does really well with this sword and focus, axe, and the shield. It's a 5 mantra build. No, he's not going 5 mantras. I don't really particularly like 5 mantra, so I appreciate that he's coming in like this. Rune of the Traveler, and Mender Amulet. Let's see what Nano switched over. He switched over to a Warrior, which he's very strong on Warrior. He's got Shield, Dagger, and Greatsword. And this is one of the things I mentioned with running a Warrior or a Thief. The other player's got to be able to sustain and take a lot of that brunt of that damage, because the Thief's going to be hopping around, making sure he's in Viz. So they're going to be focusing on Archer really good. He's got to be able to kite really well. He's got to be able to use his blocks when he needs them. Just be really, really smart with a lot of his plays. So we're just waiting for them to ready up. They're probably discussing their strats, as this is a 2v2, so your partner you basically have to make sure that you and your partner are ready together. And they have to know who they're going to be focusing first. This is going to be a little tough for them, but I would say maybe this is tough. This is tough. You got Lord Taisa has a lot of mitigation. He has a lot of resustain, and he is running Mender. And if they try to go for Taisa, Lord Failure can put out a lot of damage while they're focusing on Taisa, who has a lot of sustain. And if they go after Lord of Failure, who has a lot of resustain as well, not as much as Taisa, but if he's got Taisa behind him resustaining, it's going to be really, really difficult for them to focus on that one guy. So I'm curious to see what their strategy is and who they end up going. I'm just waiting for Lord of Failure and Taisa to ready up. I'm going to whisper them right now, see if they're... Oh, there we go, guys. About to start our match. Thank you again, Mimos, for pointing out that class stacking. I really do appreciate that. There's a lot going on my end, so I can't really focus on every little thing. And keep in mind, guys, I might be DCing in the next 15-20 minutes. So if you do see me DC, don't worry, I'll be back in about 30 seconds. So here we go already. I'm going to watch Archer Smith for this one, because I mentioned he's going to be the main priority to focus. If they can catch Azure, which is going to be really difficult. As I mentioned, he's running that staff thief, so they're probably not going to focus him right away. I believe he's running that staff. Nice Shield of Absorption coming out onto Archer. Azure going in for the Dagger Storm over there, trying to focus on Taisa. Actually, they separated on their fights. They're actually pulling a 1v1 on each of their tunes. Taisa and Lord of Failure doing a really good job. He goes into the Rampage on Taisa. He's in big trouble over here. Big damage coming out from him. Archer's in a little bit of trouble. Azure's trying to stay on top of him. Good job by Taisa, just kind of mitigating that damage and running away. And this is where it starts to get really dangerous for Archer over here. Their little moment of opportunity came and went. Archer gets the big down. He gets the overcharge on him and is able to get that big CC. Gets the stomp down. Really good job for them. That was really, really close. That was their small little window of opportunity, and it ended up closing right on them. No problem. I have time in my holiday. Thank you, Blaze Blogger. I really do appreciate it, buddy. That's down. Yeah, let's take a quick look at that replay really quick, guys. Our next match coming out of after this is Krupek and Glitch versus Chromo and Control. Alright guys, I'm going to wait for them both to come back in. Let's take a quick look at Azure Shar. He doesn't seem like he's making any major changes. He's still got that staff. That was a very well placed Rampage by Archer. They got so close to getting him, but Taisa doing a really good job of mitigating the damage, using the terrain to his fullest advantage, trying to run away, getting up the ramp, just creating as much as he can, trying to put as much distance as he can between them. Really, really good job. That got a little frightening for the blue team or the red team on that one. But here we go into game 2. Let's see if Archer and Azure can make up for it. Sorry guys. Alright, over here, Archer Smith and Taisa Azure getting really low on this one. They gotta be able to put the pressure down. There he goes on the Rampage. It mitigates a lot of damage for him, and makes them focus on the Thief. But as I mentioned, the Thief is a staff Thief, so it's going to be really difficult. Did I block him? No, I didn't block him. Sorry, guys. Archer Smith doing a really good job of sustaining on this one. He's got a little bit of health left. He's trying to run for his life on this one. Good job of just kiting. He does have the Mage Bane pulled up onto Lord of Failure. He does go down. Azure forcing him to go into the Elixir S. It doesn't look good for Archer. Azure's got to try to peel. He's got to try to put some heavy pressure down. He's got the shield coming in 3 seconds. That's going to give him buy him a little more time, but the burning stacks have gone up, and down goes Archer. Really, really difficult fight for him over there, guys. Sorry, I just got to add someone here. I forgot to send him gold. 7438. So our next match coming up, that's actually, let's take a quick look at that bracket one more time, guys. That was actually Chromo, actually that was Lord of Nonsense and Louis PTM that moved forward in that tournament. Oh, Archer Smith, send gold. That's 10 for you. Oh, I missed the other guy. Who is the other guy?
Blue or red? Oh, red.
Yep. I'm not sure if Glitchless is there. If Glitchless is not there, let's go back to the map tree, guys. I'm still waiting for him to enter into the tournament, guys. Let's take a quick look at Crew Pack over here. I actually got to send some gold to... I missed someone. Where are you, Linz? Let me just send a mail. Give me a minute, guys, here. I'm just taking care of some last little odds and ends on my end. Oh, he's blocking me. Okay, Krupek, I don't think Glitchless is here, so I'm going to jump in with you. Here we go. The Shoutcaster is participating in this match, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. PogChamp.
Okay. I have small lag issues, but it should be fine.
Here we go. Who do you want to focus, my man? Oh, these guys are really strong.
They hear us. They hear us.
Okay, this is going to be really tough. They're waiting for us. Let's wait for them a bit. I'm going to need you to go in and try to do a bit of damage onto them to try to cleave as much as you can. You want to go after him? The Hollow or the Guardian?
Garden.
Okay. So much sustain. Oh my god. Annihilated on that one. Just completely annihilated.
Mm-hmm. Okay, one more.
Here we go into game 2, guys. Game 2 coming right up. Yeah, Control Freak is one of the players that actually won the monthly AT last week, so he's a very... Oh wait, I don't see my tip. What do you mean your tip? What tip, Blazebog? Oh, Blazebog, you donated $5.56. How come it didn't pop up? Thank you so much for the donation, bro. I really do appreciate that. Blazebog, my man. Thank you so much for that, bro. I really do appreciate that. Blazebog just donated $5.56. You're a fucking beast, Blazebog. Thank you so much for that. I'm not sure why the tip didn't come up. That makes me angry. But thank you so much for that, man. I really do appreciate that. Thank you, man. Really cool of you. Hold on, let me just send Lens his 5 gold. Compose. Life of a Chef. Oh, no, that's not who I wanted. You're the best, man. Thank you, man. Really cool of you. Thank you so much, bro. I really do appreciate that. Alright, I don't think we should go for the Guardian again. Let's try to separate them a bit. Get out of your hole. They're going to stick really close together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just waiting for all those symbols to go away. He's got a Hardline Arena up. I can't do much. I really just got to stay away. There's the Corona Burst. Big damage.
Oh,
Yeah, they're dangerous.
they have nice CC.
Yeah, they're really
Nice.
good. They work
That was
really well
very
together.
nice CC.
Aye! Really good job. Thank you, Blaze. I really do appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Oh, Klupek, I gotta send you your gold, sir. You made it into the quarterfinals. So you get 10 gold, my friend, for this. Really good job. Our next match coming up is Barbie and Sergeant Gemini versus Kodo and Calculator Man. Barbie, Sergeant versus Koto, Calc. So that's actually Chromo and Control. We're going to have some really good matches in the semifinals, guys. I'm super excited for that. And keep in mind, I might be DCing very soon, so keep that in mind, guys. So let's take a quick look at Barbie. We haven't seen them yet in the tournament. So Wilderness Survival Beast Mastery with Druid. He's also over here Staff with Axe. Excuse me. Rune of the Altruism and Harrier Amulet. Let's take a quick look at Indigo Thicket. He actually did an exceptional job yesterday in the 1v1 tournament against Clown. And Clown, to give you an idea, was the one who ended up winning the tournament. And he was probably the closest one to take Clown out. Really good job by Sergeant Gemini on this one. He's running Rune of the Resistance, Sword, and Shield. He's actually really starting to enjoy this Prot Hollow build. He's doing very well on it. Inventions, Alchemy, and Hollowsmith. Let's take another look at Calculator Man over here. He's running your classic tools, Hollow, Rifle, Rune of Resistance, and Demolisher. And ASDFS is running your Invocation, typical damage Revenant build, in Devastation, Invocation, and Herald. Sword, and Staff. He's running Rune of the Leadership and Marauder Amulet. And as I mentioned, guys, the rules for this tournament is you cannot change your class. Whoop, what happened? Oh, we lost Kodo. He's going to be back. Yeah, he probably ended up DCing. Nope, there he is. He's right back. He probably wants to go take a quick look at the opponents. I'm not sure. So like I mentioned, you can't change your class. You cannot class stack. You cannot have Condi Mirage. And those are the 3 rules. Everything else goes. So you can change your specs. You can change your runes. You can change your weapons. You can change your amulets. You can change your utilities. You can change everything. How are you offended, Laura? Here we go. Big damage onto Barbie already. Heavy pressure. Nice big burst coming out from ASDF from that Revenant. He's got to be careful. He's running for his life over here. He's hard on his heels, trying to keep that pressure onto him. You got Sergeant Gemini trying to peel for him. Gets that Prismatic Singularity out. Barbie's still in big trouble. They end up getting the down on him. Really good focus coming out from the blue team on this one. We have some really strong teams so far. Now it's Indigo Thicket, the last one. He ends up using his shield to actually push them off the top, giving him a little more time to breathe, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He ends up going down. Let's take a quick look at that replay, chat, guys. Ooh, that was a good match. Really bursty coming out from Calculator Man and ASDF. That was really strong.
I must say that was a very good Druid.
He did a pretty good job on that one.
Yeah.
He kited for as long as he could. He took a lot of that big damage right at the beginning from that Revenant. He just chunked him really good. And then after he was way too low, he couldn't put down any more pressure. He just kept running and running and running. So here we go into game 2, guys. Our next match after this is going to be Sorrow and Grunts GT versus Mystery Men and Laura. This is going to be our next match after this. Oh, I gotta put back my epic gaming music.
Hey, what's your favorite smell?
Ah, Fred, that's easy. Lilac.
Peaches.
Let me take a quick look. Yeah, it's Sorrow and Grunts versus Mystery and Laura. Let's see how the blue team is able to come back after this. And as Barbie's got to be really careful for that first engage. They've already seen that he was pretty squishy, so they're probably going to try the same tactic again. Right away, they're going after Indigo. Actually, they switched target and going after Indigo Thicket on this one. Really good job, actually, reconfusing the enemy team. Calculator Man taking a lot of damage in this one. Kodo finally coming in to engage into the fight. Barbie's up top. He tries to get her with that big glint delete, but he's actually used the reflex to get away. Good job by Barbie on that one. He's just trying to kite as much as he can. In comes Indigo Thicket. Looks like the target is going to be Barbie on this one. He's taking some big damage. He's got to be able to get away, but it's not going to be enough. The Rev is just staying all over him. He gets the net shot down, and Indy ends up going down, but he's trying to get the res on him. He's not able to. Big stomp coming out from, I think that was Kodo who got the Rev on that one. Barbie's end up, Indigo Thicket's in some big trouble over here. Trying to use his shield to mitigate any damage. He does have his, I think, what is that called? The, yeah, there you go. The Spectrum Shield. Drops the heal, but he ends up going down. Our next match is actually going to be Sorrow and Ship versus Mystery Men and Laura, guys. Our next match is actually Ship and Sorrow versus Mystery and Laura. This is going to be another good match. I'm excited to see how this one goes out. Calculator Man and Kodo doing a really good job just cruising through this. Ooh, our semifinal matches are going to be good ones. I'm really excited to see what those are going to be. I know what they are, but I'm excited to see our participants. We haven't seen Ship and Sorrow in this one at all. So let's take a quick look at Ship. He's running over here Torch with Sword, and he's got Staff, Rune of Leadership, and Paladine Amulet, Dueling Chaos, and Mirage. He is not Condi, so I'm okay with this. Sorrow over here, he's running over here.
Actually, he has Torch and Jaunt, so he's half Condi. I don't know.
I'm not too worried about it.
Let's see. Ah, no problem. He has no amulets for Condi.
Exactly, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's take a quick look at Sorrow over here. He's running Rifle with Sword and Pistol. He's got Rune of the Scholar and Berserker Amulet. He's running Shadow Arts, Trickery, and Deadeye. Let's take another look at Laura's core Necro build. Curses, Soul Reaping, and Blood Magic. Running over here Scepter with Warhorn and Staff. He's got Rune of the Nightmare and Carry On Amulet. Let's take a look at Mystery Men on this side. He's running Axe Shield with the Scepter Focus. He's got Harrier build. He's going to be putting out some big damage over here and some good support. Rune of the Revenant, Zeal, Honor, and Firebrand.
Was Sorrow's partner in Mirage before?
No, he was actually going with Grunts GT, but Grunts GT ended up having to bow out.
Oh, I got you. I missed the sub. Sorry.
No problem. As well, guys, if you feel so inclined, I do have a Discord. So if you're not in game, you'll be able to see when I do my tournaments. Hey, how come it didn't post in there? Go in there, Discord. Yeah, I actually did Mimos. I did a Stronghold tourney on Saturday. That was my viewer's choice. I'm probably going to do it again. What I ended up doing was just picking 2 TAC captains, and then you pick from Spectate your team, and it would just be one at a time each captain would pick, and then the winners would get 25 gold, so 5 gold for each participant. And I did about anywhere from 6 to 9 rounds, so it lasted about 2 hours. Yeah, you can look at my highlights video. I don't know if I put it in my highlights, but I'm probably going to do it again this Saturday. It's going to be a Stronghold tournament, and it's just for fun. We choose 2 captains, and then the captains choose, and then the next round, everyone who didn't participate types X in map chat, so this way you don't get skipped over 2 rounds if you always get to play no matter what. You may have to wait 1 round, but the next round you're guaranteed to play, as the captains are forced to choose from the X's. Laura taking some heavy damage over here from Zoro and Chip. Good job getting out of that big damage. Now these two are going to be really close together. Ooh, Chip's doing a nice resustain coming out from him. Laura's in a little bit of trouble over here. They're starting to hard focus on her. Chip and Zoro are both at half health there. They got to be careful. Pythie is getting low as well. This is a really good match. One of the better that I've seen, but Laura's got full shroud over here, so she's able to resustain, stay in there for as long as she can, and resustain on her cooldowns. Chip is getting low, but he is a Mirage, so he has a lot of kite ability. Same with Zoro, but he can't get caught. Laura going in for the big damage. Same with Pyce trying to resustain her, but he can't heal her while she's in shroud. Ends up going down. Good job by Zoro over there, finding his moment of opportunity, but he's going for the resustain. He actually gets that clutch res. This is going to be dangerous over here. Now Chip is really low. He's got a lot of Condi. He ends up going down. I don't believe Zoro's going to be able to get this res. There's just too much cleave on the body. Really good match on that one. Wow, that was really good. Yeah, I do upload all my videos to YouTube, guys. So if you look down below, you'll see my YouTube site. And if you guys are more than welcome to subscribe to it. I've been having, I'm not the greatest at using YouTube. So I did download Filmora. So from here on out, when I get my ISP fixed and I can get videos all in one shot, then I'll be able to do really good videos, like a lot of editing and things of that nature. So here we go into game 2. This is probably going to be our last match in our quarterfinals. Next up is going to be, oh, I didn't send Barbie his gold. Where are you, Barbie? Oh, he's not in here anymore. But if I didn't send you your gold, guys, just whisper me in game and I'll be able to send you your gold. Yeah, that was a really good fight. So here we go into game 2. That was very good. And it was a great job by Pyth getting, or Mystery Man getting that res on Laura. Really changed the momentum of the fight. Chip and Zoro went in there for the big damage. Tried to keep the cleave down, but he ended up taking too much damage in the process and ends up going down himself. So here we go at game 2. I believe Zoro and Chip are both going over their strategy over here. They did a good job of kiting, going and poking in and out. Really, really impressive. I'm probably going to be DCing very, very soon, guys, within the next 10 minutes, I'm sure. So be ready for that. I will come back in about 30-40 seconds. Just refresh and you'll see me coming back. Also, guys, I'm 10 follows away from hitting my follower goal. So if you feel so inclined, hit that follow button. I'm also doing a giveaway at the end. Well, here we go into the match. Chip is already taking big damage. He's in big trouble over here. He's able to get out and resustain. Actually, I was looking at his clone, so he was still full health. My bad on that one. Laura's got a little bit of shroud. They're trying to chunk through it as much as they can. Let me take a look at Zoro over here. He's just waiting for his moment of opportunity to strike. Laura's got no more shroud left. This is a perfect time. He's trying to take those big chunks on 2 Pyth, but he ends up putting up that big shield for the projectile hate. Zoro losing all his damage on that. Chip's in a little bit of trouble. He's able to kite. And both of these teams have a lot of kite ability. And Laura and Pyth up just to kind of stay together. He's the support for her. Chip's taking a lot of damage, but he's able to get out. Yes, thank you so much, Chromo, for the follow. I really do appreciate that. Oh, no, Chromo, thank you for the host with 1 viewer. I do appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Now Zoro's trying to back out. Red team's both really low. They're just trying to get as much mitigation as they can. Now Chip is stuck over there all by himself. He's able to kite away. He's got to be careful for those Condis. One big Condi bomb onto them, they're going to be done for. Let's see how Laura's doing, able to resustain really well. Pyth doing a great job. Good counterplay coming out from Laura and Pyth, really understanding their team and what their opponents and what they're fighting. As soon as they figure out their gameplay. Zoro's over there, kneeling down, trying to get that big damage on Pyth, but he can sustain that really well, and Laura's got full shroud. This is a dangerous situation. Huge shield of absorption, peeling for Laura really well on that one. Nice axe pull, pulling them both in really close. Chip's taking a lot of damage. He's got that burning on him. Ooh, he just escapes just barely with his life. 3% health. Now Laura's trying to go in for the kill over there. He drops that Chaos Storm. It's not going to be enough. Big fear coming up from Laura. Gets it down. And Sora is down as well. Let's take a quick look at that replay, guys. Going to be moving into our semifinals now. That's going to be Lord of Nonsense and Louis PTM versus Chromo and Control. This is going to be a really good match. Let me see, where are those two gentlemen? I have to send them their gold. I believe they already left. If you guys leave too fast, I'm not able to send you your gold. So if I didn't send you your gold, just whisper me and I'll send it to you. Like I said, if you guys leave too quickly, I'm not able to send it to you. So I have to be able to catch you. There's a lot going on. Hey, let's take a quick look at those brackets. Thanks again for that donation, BlazeBlog. Really, really appreciate it, man. So these are the people we've already seen through the tournament. Now we're finally in our finals. These two matches are going to be really exciting to see. I'm very excited to see who's going to win this next matchup. This is Lord of Nonsense and Louis PTM versus Chromo and Control. Chromo and Control are Talerna and Expedia and RR Lyria. And Lord of Nonsense and Taisa are Louis PTM's team. So here we go, back to the match, guys. Let's take a quick look at their builds. Lord of Failure is running over here with Alchemy Tools and Hollowsmith, your classic tools, Hollow. Rifle, Rune of the Leadership and Demolisher. Taisa on this side is running his Sword Focus with Axe and Shield. He's running Rune of the Herald and Mender Amulet, Zeal, Honor, and Firebrand. Taisa over here, Control, was actually running Honor, Zeal, and Firebrand. Running over here with Axe, Shield, with a Scepter Focus. He's got Rune of the Revenant and Harrier Amulet, Honor, Zeal, and Firebrand. Now here we have RR Lyria, Inventions, going Tools Hollow on this one. There you go, guys. Both of them came back and got their gold. No problem at all. And I like to give everybody gold. I used to do a different payout. It was only for the top 3 that would get gold. But then I got a lot of people giving me information saying, you know what, we really prefer. No problem, BlazeBlog. Have a great time, man. Thank you so much for coming. I really do appreciate it. And as I mentioned, I changed my tourney payout just so that when you enter, depending on how long you stay, you get more gold. And if you only last maybe the first round, you still get gold for your time. So I really appreciate everybody coming in. RR Lyria and Control staying inside that little no port spot, getting that big shockwave coming out. They're trying to focus on Tierna on this one. This is going to be a battle of attrition over here. They both have a lot of sustain coming out of both of them. RR Lyria actually switched over to Prod Hollow over here. Taisa's getting really low. He's got 5 stacks of burning. He's not able to clear that off. And good reclaim a Condi application by Control Freak on this one. Taisa's getting really low. That's their focus. That's their target. Both staying on top of them as much as they can. Let's take a look at his cooldowns. He's already gone through 2 of his tombs, both of his mitigator tubes, and he's gone through a couple of his mantras. He's only got his Tomb of Justice left to him. He's trying to kite away. Control Freak on top of him, trying to get that big axe pull, but at the same time, Control Freak's in a little bit of trouble, ends up resustaining. Taisa doing a really good job of counter-pressing, and same with Lord of Failure, counter-pressing really, really well, forcing them off Taisa, giving him a little more room to breathe and getting some of his cooldowns back. Big damage coming out, those 7 stacks of burning, really putting out that damage, and RR Lyria going for that secure stomp. Lord of Failure is also really low. Now they're both able to focus on him. He ends up popping his Elixir S and trying to get as much kiteability as he can. And we haven't even seen anybody go into the map mechanic on this one, so I'm really, this has been very fast-paced action here. And so far, oh, big shockwave over here, trying to get that big damage. Control Freak's a little low. Lord of Failure doing a really good job, but I think this is going to be the end of it for him. He does have his healing turret on cooldown. Now they're both piling on top of him. They end up getting the down. Really, really good job coming out from the red team. And big thanks to all my participants, guys. 2v2s are pretty difficult to conduct, especially considering there's so many people, and it takes a while for them to all settle in, and they have to make sure that both of the players are there. But so far, these have been flowing really well. So big ups to all the participants. Thank you so much. There's no trolls. I don't even get that anymore in any of my tournaments. Everybody's super nice, super cool, and these are all PMA, guys. We try to have a positive mental attitude. There's no trolls. Everybody's super nice, and these are just for fun, man. We try to just have a really good time. It's a community building thing here. But also at the same time, You can't have competition without a little bit of shit talk. You need a little bit of that shit talk, in my opinion. And this is also the first day of our season, so I'm keeping track of all the wins and losses, and then I put them into the website. And our seasons correlate with the Guild Wars 2 season. So as soon as the season ends, we take the top 12 of our 2v2 and the top 16 of our 1v1, and we start the playoffs, and then they end up fighting for a big payout in the end. And keep in mind, guys, I'm surprised I haven't DC'd yet. That's very, very interesting, but I'm sure I'm going to DC pretty soon, so get ready for that. Here we go again. Our Arlyria and Control Freak versus Lord of Failure and Taisa. Now they got a good taste of what Control Freak and our Arlyria put out. And they did a pretty good job. They almost got them down a couple times, but they weren't able to put enough pressure onto them to be able to force them to use a lot of their cooldowns. So on their second re-engage, they weren't able to get any big damage down. This is going to be an exciting match. I'm excited to see this one. And the next match coming up is going to be really good. Our finals. Oof, I'm very excited for the finals. I'm curious to see what's going to be happening in that one. Taisa trying to come in. Big Prime Light Beam coming out of Lord of Failure on that one. Now they're starting to put the heavy pressure onto Control Freak, and this is what you want them to do, to force them to go into their tombs, make sure they go through their pages really quickly. Oh, Taisa's getting really low. He's in a little bit of trouble. He's got to be able to kite out. Same with Lord of Failure. They're both really low. They can choose any target at this moment. Now it looks like they're going for Taisa. Ian's got 8 stacks of burning. He ends up going down. Lord of Failure's in a little bit of trouble. He gets that overcharge on Laria to be able to create a little bit of that cleave. He's trying to get that res, but he's not going to be able to get it. Tries to get that shockwave to give himself a little more time, but I think that's going to be it for Lord of Failure on this one. Really good, valiant effort coming out from the blue team. Looks like they're just going to cleave him down. Very, very close. Our next match coming up after this is Kodo and Calculator Man versus Mystery Men and Laura. This is going to be another epic match. I'm really excited to see this one. Let me send these gentlemen their 15 gold. And as I mentioned, guys, the payout works. If you make it to the first round, it's 5 gold automatically. Quarterfinals is 10 gold. Semifinals is 15 gold. Our winners are Arlyria. Sorry, I forgot I didn't catch you. Oh, did I send it to the... I sent it to the wrong person, I think. Lord of Failure, there you are. 15. And it was Louis PTM. I don't know where you are, Louis PTM, and thanks for resending that back. Sorry, Control Freak, I sent it to the wrong people. So let's take a quick look at Laura. She's running that Necro build on this one. Curses, Soul Reaping. Ooh, it switched over to Blood Magic. Interesting. He's got Scepter with Warhorn, Staff with Nightmare and Deadshot. Let's take a look at Pyth over here. He's running Axe Shield with Scepter Focus, Rune of the Revenant, and Harrier Amulet. Let's take a look at Calculator Man on this one. Rifle, Leadership, and Demolisher, Classic Tools Hollow. And he's running Devastation, Invocation, and Herald, your power build, sword,